Welcome back to another video here on the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about a theory I have for how the ones who live could possibly end. Let's talk about it. So I've had kind of this nagging feeling going on for a while about the ones who live, and we've been given kind of some clues since episode 1. Well, really, if you really want to think about it, as soon as the promotional material came out, and I saw an article. I read an article on Screen Rant today. I believe it was Screen Rant. I'll have to go back and look. But I'll share that article in the description that kind of confirmed what I was thinking. The writer of the article, I guess, had picked up on the cues that I had, and I want to talk about it. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to be talking about fire. We keep seeing fire a lot. It's just so heavy in all the promo material. It's the title. We've been given references to it, so we're going to go over all those references, and I'm going to tell you what I think it means, especially after episode 4. Again, first there was the title that was in flames. Okay, so in the final trailer for the show, before the show ever released, there is a song by the artist Grabbits, and the name of the song is Sky Turn Red, and the lyrics go as follows. See the sky turn red, the world must have bled. Then the third line, I can't understand, and I can't find the lyrics anywhere. And then it says, burn it all again. The first walkers that we see in this series are burning, and Rick uses one of these burning walkers to cauterize his stump after he cuts his hand off. The next time we see fire, it is when Rick is burning his phones and the letters that he wrote to Michonne because he doesn't think he's ever going to see her again. And this is when he lets himself die inside and just accepts this is where he is and he can't do anything about it. Then we see fire again in Rick's dream where he's dreaming about Michonne that quickly turns into a nightmare and then goes on to his childhood home when his father set the fire that he talks with Okafor about. And then in the same dream, we get the bridge blowing up that saved Alexandria and everyone. Then we get Rick telling Okafor about when he was a child and his father burned the fields and got scarred in the process to save the family farm. Then we get Michonne shooting the gas man and causing a big explosion, but it's another reference to fire. We get constant references to fire with Nat throughout episode 2, constantly. Nat creates a barrier of fire to keep the walker Bailey from getting to him because he couldn't bring himself to put him down. Now, I know I've been talking a lot about fire, but I promise I'm getting to a point. Then later, when Nat and Michonne get to Bridger Shipyard, we find piles of burned bodies, and I believe these are burned A's that CRM destroyed instead of letting them into the city. Then, at the end of episode 2, we have Michonne flicking Nat's lighter at the end, and as she looks over at all the CRM machinery, the helicopters and trucks and stuff like that. And then we don't get any more references for a while, but we do get one really big clue at the end of episode 4, just as they're about to leave. So at the end of episode 4, Rick turns around and looks in the back seat of the truck that they're going to take and finds just canisters of ethanol that they can use to cause an explosion and a fire. So I think as Jadis is dying, whether she's bitten or she's shot or she's stabbed, however it happens in the next episode, I'm pretty sure that that's going to happen in the next episode. At the very end, from what we've seen from the promo images and the trailers, it definitely looks like we know Jadis is in the next episode, and there's only 2 episodes left. I think that Jadis will probably, as she's dying, give a version of the Echelon report, or she will tell Rick some of the plans, and it will be something that Rick and Michonne will know that they have to stop the CRM. I mean, Rick and Michonne are definitely going to have to go back anyway after Jadis dies because of the file. But what if Michonne goes back by herself to, say, Alexandria, like I said in the previous theory, and Rick goes and uses this ethanol to start a fire burn? As his father did, to save everyone. And later Rick will think, all this stuff that he's been through, all the scars that he has with his arm and the trauma that he has, that was just the proof that he saved his family just like his father did for him. I don't know, maybe this theory is a little too far out there, but they keep referencing fire. I mean, the symbolism of fire is so heavy in the show, and then we do see the ethanol, and they wouldn't show us that if it wasn't going to be used, because screen time in a show is so precious. They can't waste time with something that's not going to matter. And they show it and they both talk about it. You know, it's brought up. It's not just like something that's just in the back seat and it isn't even addressed, you know. And I don't think it's just to get them home, because I don't think they're going home. You know, that's the plan, but I don't think that's really what's going to happen, at least not for both of them. So now it's time for you to tell me what you think. Am I reaching about this fire stuff? Am I thinking too hard about it? Or do you think that there could be something to this fire theory that I've come up with? Because, you know, they do reference it a lot. I mean, do you think they reference it a lot? Let me know all the answers to this in the comments, guys. I really appreciate you watching the videos and sharing your thoughts in the comments. I love reading what you have to say, and I try to read every comment. It's getting a little bit harder now as we're getting more and more, but I'm doing the best I can to keep up with them, because I want to know what you think. Well, that's really all I have in this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and you want to see more of my content, you can click the box on the left and that will take you to my The Ones That Live playlist, or you can click the circle in the middle and that will sub you to the channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of my Walking Dead content. You can click the box on the right and that will take you to my most recent upload. Guys, I'll see you in the next video.